Hola! So it is Saturday evening. It is almost 6 p.m. on Saturday. This is that Saturday for Easter, and I want to start working on the living room. So I want to do the living room makeover, and it's because the dining room looks so good, and I'm like seeing it against the living room. I'm like, ugh, there's such a huge disconnect. So I want to finish now on the living room area. So I want to start by painting. My hope is to paint as much as I can this evening, this night, because it's like 6 p.m. So my hope is to paint as much as I can and do the most of that, and then tomorrow we get to do now the other DIYs. So for the painting, let me just do this so I can see what you're saying. You see that part over there? I was doing paint swatches because I got paint and then I realized it wasn't as dark as I wanted it to be. That was on me because I don't know if that was the darkest one they had, but it's okay because I have black paint, so I'm going to darken it, and that's what I was doing over there, and I have gotten the perfect shade of what I want. So that's going to be the accent wall, which is the TV wall. You can see the dining wall over there. It's the first thing I want to do is remove that thing above the TV. And even with this Clover! This is the paint as I got it. This is the color that it came in. So this is the darkest shade I made. Then this is like after it's been darkened a bit, and this is after it's been darkened as well. And out of the ones, I like this the most. You can tell there's a huge difference between the three of them. This is the lightest, this is the darkest, and this is like a cool in between. So this is the one I want. Okay, so what I want to do right now is I want to mix my paint and darken it. Okay, so the ideal situation would be adding the green to the black, because the green is the one we have the most of, but I do not have a big enough container for that. So I will add just a bit of black and then mix it like it's the end of the world until I achieve. So I'll just do very little step by step until I'm using a spoon. That's how little I'm using. Anytime you are lightening or darkening paint, when you lighten you use white, when you darken you use black. It's best to add the paint you're darkening to the paint you're using to darken. So in this case, it's best to add the green to the black instead of the other way around. But this is all the paint I'm using. So what I'll do is I'll mix and then swatch on the wall until I get the color I want. This is a spoon I'm using. It's a plastic spoon. So this is my black paint. Black paint is in this container. Don't just pour the whole thing. So I'll do two to start with. I want to be very careful with this process. See, like that has disappeared, like it's like nothing was added, because we are working with 4 liters of paint. But I'd rather do that 50 times than pour this entire thing and then my paint is too dark. You want to make sure you mix all the paint, like it's not just the bits where you're dropping, else you'll end up having chunks of like just the black paint. So we've done 5, so I'll do 5 now. Let's mix that. So there's a bit of a change now. I don't think you can see it on camera, but there's a slight change. So just because for me, instead of mixing a bit of it and then putting that on the wall, then mixing another bit, then another, I'd rather mix the whole thing and just have all of it be consistent, because you can mix small batches, but the problem with that is you might not be able to keep the consistency of how much paint, like the ratio will change, and then maybe you'll have one that's darker than the other. I've added another 5, and you see now we've used a lot of black so far. And there's a change in our color. Yeah. Okay. We have a lot of salt. So So from the container you can tell the difference, because the paint that's down here and the paint that is on the container up here that hasn't been touched has a difference in it. I'll do another swatch on the wall, very close to this one. Yay! I think we've got it. We're back with our drywall. How pretty is this color? Like, so cute. We have our ninis painted. They match our walls. Cute. It's time to put it up on the wall. We are going to wait for Nick to come help us. So we're putting it on this corner. This one has this, so I'm like, let's do this. And then this will go underneath like that. So that's on the edge, and the middle one, edge. Hi. So then that will be straight. So it's on. We've put silicone, only silicone. The other one we used tape to hold, but the silicone wasn't attaching to the wall. So we've just done silicone and nothing else on this one. We want to see, because it says it's fast curing, we just don't know how long. We want to see how that one will fare. So we're gonna mount the TV, do the cable trunk. Are we gonna make the TV stand? Because we can make the TV stand then.
Yeah.
And then build a TV stand. So for the TV stand, I'm doing the same kind I did for Vivian. If you haven't checked out that video, please do. We're doing the same one, but mine won't have any metal legs. It's just gonna be wood through and through. So yay! I can't look through shades. right? It looks easy. So we've finished this side, and after the struggle we got some form of momentum. However, they're not straight. Like, as much as we used the other pieces of wood that were straight, they're not straight. Like, from a point over here they started leaning. I guess maybe one of them leaned and then they leaned a bit, but unless you're like really looking at it, you can't tell. I like the way it looks. I'm gonna let it dry overnight, and then tomorrow we'll fill in the rest. So our plan is to go cook, have dinner, then come do this other side, and then we're gonna be good. So this side we're doing above. This side we did this side, this side we did the bottom, and the other side we're doing the top. So there's the top and the bottom. Good morning. It is now Monday. Wait, I thought these guys are not coming to work. Anyway, last night we finished that side. And one thing I learned is, if you want to do this, use MDF, because these pieces of wood are not exactly straight. Some of them didn't dry completely straight, so they're not perfectly straight. So yeah, now we are going to do this side, this corner, and this one, like I said last night, we're doing it from the top going down. So we're doing this edge coming this way. So my hope is that, since we left that overnight just to confirm that everything will work, everything sticks, and we don't have to repeat anything. So we have a problem. The silicone we're using on this one, this clear one, as much as I would have loved to just have this clear one work, it's not working as good as the one we used on this other side, because there were two different brands, and this one is it's going to take a lot longer, and we don't have a lot, because this one was taking like a couple of minutes to just attach, and then you leave it and it continues to dry. With this one, and given the fact that it's like up there, this one is not working that well. So we are going to hold off on doing this part until we can either buy that one or buy the liquid nails sealant. So I guess we move on to the next. Hola. So it's 3 p.m. on Tuesday. Tuesday being the day I upload my videos. Tuesday being the day I was hoping this video would get to you that Tuesday. And it's 3 p.m. and I finally got the beats I needed. As in, this. And it was such a hassle because can I sit down? Let me sit down, please. You just have to come down with me again. Okay, cool. You can see me. So I went to Plumbline this morning. I left the house at 10, had to pass by Dr. Sura's to drop Clover to get neutered. So did that. and then went to Plumbline. Plumbline is the hardware in Westgate, Mpaka Plaza, where I get like a lot of my supplies in terms of screws and stuff like that. So I have run out of screws completely. After that, I passed by, because I had to go to textbook center to buy glue sticks, because I've decided to do these bows with glue sticks, because I tried with the glue sticks I had and they worked very well, and I was like, I'd rather do the glue sticks, because when you hit the silicone, it's not that stable, and the parts where they're not sticking, you can still see a bit of the silicone, and I didn't like that look. So I went, and I remember when my friend was there early this week, I don't know when she went, they had glue sticks. Then I show up and they're like, oh, we don't have glue sticks at Sarit Center. Now I was like, crap. So now from there, because I had to also go to Shoperite, like, as in, it's been a crazy morning. That's like what I'm just trying to say. So for context, I'm over here. For context, thank you. I just want to show you all the, also I got a codeless drill driver, but all these are literally, these are nothing but screws. And then I got a Wyobi drill, codeless drill. I got it for a really cool price. So power just went out, and I'm not even done with half of what I was doing at first. Unfortunately, everything else I'm doing is gonna need power, because I need to use my hot glue gun. I need to use my drill. So there's one thing. Let's finish on, let me put this aside, and let's finish on the, what are they called, the frames. Is that power? No, it's not. Let's finish on the, I just had that sound and I thought it was power. Let's finish on the frames now that, you know, power has done its thing. Frames are at this stage. Ow. They have been vanished and put together. So I had already printed the photos. That's why my printer is in the living room. I didn't do it from the, they've already marked them. So I am going to put the thingy for the back, like do the holes for the whatever. Let me just show you, because I'm like, sometimes I explain like someone who has no idea what they're talking about. I have this my glass pieces for the top. This is just white paper that I got from textbook center. I'll show you what I want to do with it. Yay! Ziggy's photo is down. Fast photo to go in. Fast photo down, 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 down. And then I'm using this from that cooker box. Yay! Hey, I'm standing in front of a light. And Nick is behind me.
So what I do?
So we want to redo these panels. So we want to use hot glue for two reasons. Hot glue dries really fast, because there we had a hard time trying to shikanisha with silicone because of the waiting period. So we're going to use a hot glue gun with our glue sticks for this, and also they want straight. Some of them didn't come off straight because of various reasons. Yes, Ziggy wants to be rubbed.
Ziggy.
So we're just gonna undo them real quick and then use hot glue. I tried some hot glue with one, and it was very steady, so we'll just do the top and the bottom. Like we'll just put hot glue the top and the bottom, and then just push it on the wall. And then the parts where it has like a belay that's like this, the middle part, we just put some of it and then push that in there as well. Cool thing about hot glue is it dries clear, so you wouldn't be able to see anything in there. So Nick is gonna help, and we're gonna play something on TV and just do the thing. Hola, good morning. So it is Wednesday, and this is the Wednesday that this video is coming to you.
Yay.
So what we've been trying to make, I've realized that I honestly cannot manage to make this today. There's so many factors that are going into it, and it's too much work, and I don't even have like the certain things that I'll need to use to make this easier that I don't have in my, what's that thing called? Toolbox. Yeah, in my toolbox. So what I've decided is I'm gonna hold off on this particular project. And also it turns out the mbao I had isn't enough to make 2 seats anyway. It can only make 1. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring, because I was thinking of dismantling the sofa bed because it's too big for the office we currently have. But Nick and I were just thinking, like, what if we actually brought the sofa bed here and form an actual lounging area, a reading nook, a place that's just chilling, positioned, whatever, right? We do just that instead, and then this area becomes a lounge area, and it's under a window, would look beautiful anyway. So that's what we've decided we're going to do. So I'm sweating like no one's business. I just finished resizing the sofa bed. This space that's left over here, it may look mad empty and it's like, what's happening? This is where we're going to set up our bar, and I am going to do that in a video that will be coming to you sometime next week. How I'm going to build my own bar cut and how to style it. So hope you'll be here for that. So thank you so much for watching this video. The making of this video has had so many ups and downs. I'm just glad that we got to this point and we actually got to finish. We did something, and I really like the way everything has turned out. The only letdown for me was the fact that I wasn't able to finish the seats for over here, but I'm so happy that that gave me a headache, because I would have ended up dismantling my sofa bed. But now it's found a new home and it looks very nice and cute, and I like how it looks over here. And thank you for watching this video. As usual, Aki, like with every single video I do, in the description box, I always leave information about where I got everything, be it the stuff that I use to DIY or even the furniture that I have in my house. So I get so many questions like, where'd you get this? And I'm like, I've worked so hard. Like, it takes me a whole hour, wow guys, wow, it takes me a whole entire hour to make sure that I've included all that info. So I feel so bad when I have to again start answering individual people about the same stuff, because like that stuff you anticipate when you're making such videos, that people want to know where you got the paint, where you got this, where you got that. So what I do is I leave all that information in the description box, and I would really appreciate if y'all used it instead of, like, you know, just always asking, because it can become very, let me use the word frustrating, having to answer the same question every single time, especially because I actually leave that information in the description box. So for all the details on where I bought everything that's been used in this DIY, please do check my description box. And that's it for today. I'll see you in my next video, which will be on Friday. I'm doing a Q&A video.